What's good? Let me know if you can hear me. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? We got 3 people in the house. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Sometimes it don't come through clear. Just probably going to do about a half-hour live stream. Probably going to be one of the shortest one I've done. What's good, Denard Reed? How you feeling, man? Can you hear me? All right, cool. Yeah, man. Just wanted to talk real quick about this good fight that's coming up this weekend, and then share a story of the ultimate trollness. Man, I'm telling you, there's some people that sink to levels so low. Like, I don't even understand how somebody can live with themselves, man. Uh I'm good hanging in. That's good, Denard Reed. This is going a little slow. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for a couple more people to get in, man. I think there might be another live stream on or something. I think maybe the boxing voices might be on. So I'll wait a couple seconds before I get in. But hey, Denard Reed, who you got on this? Let me know who you guys have for the Badou Jack. The Badou Jack fight with Adonis Stevenson. I'm wondering whether I got Adonis Stevenson, but I think there's a whole lot of people picking Badou Jack, man. I don't quite see it, but hey, man, if it is, it is. I'll live with it. Let me shut some of these windows, man. I think my stuff is going kind of slow because usually it's 11 people in the house. Hit the like button on your way in. I usually get to see comments a little faster than this, but I got something. Oh, you got Dinar, you got Badou Jack. Yeah, I like Badou Jack, but I just don't think he's just kind of straight up and down, man. But Adonis Stevenson's 40 years old now, so you never know when when Father Time's gonna slap you on, when Father Time's gonna slap you on the neck. So this might be that time for him. But I'm interested to know, man, what do you see in Badou Jack that has Badou Jack where you think Badou Jack would be winning? I don't quite see it because I know he's moving up in weight class. I think he might have been at that weight class before. Maybe he was there and he moved down and he went back up. But I don't see a tremendous amount of power in him. I just kind of see him being as somebody that's fundamentally sound, but a lot of times he's not tremendously active, and he lets a lot of the earlier rounds go. I know that he did. I think that he did beat James DeGale, but at that point in time, James DeGale's career, I'm just not thinking that highly of him. Wow, this is kind of slow. Thinking that this should have. Sometimes things just kind of click slow on these comment sections, but hey, man, maybe it's just maybe it's not the time for a good one. Yeah, it's just kind of going slow. We got 6 thumbs up in the house, 14 people, 13, 14 people in the house. I think maybe my system might be running slow because I've got something processing in the back, and sometimes that'll slow stuff up. Yeah, sometimes it'll slow it up. So I'll wait for a couple more minutes, and if it's just not a good time, it's not a good time. This seems a little unusually slow. I think it just might be that I'm processing something in the background, because just to get one person commenting, that seems a little bit funny. And I know I've been having issues for a while with this live stream. So usually I would already have a couple people who are moderators that tune in on a regular basis that would already be here. So I'm thinking what it is. I got 21, 22 people. There it goes. Starts coming. What's good, Marlo's Corner? Mr. Boxing today. What's good, man? No, Denard. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Denard. I think something was really rolling slow. I think it's because I got you just got the notification? Yeah, it's just because I think because I got something going on in the background. I tried to upload a video before I came on, and right when I uploaded it, it was like 60 it was a lot shorter. Yeah, that makes sense. Yes, people. Yeah, I think that might be because number one, I uploaded something I had to delete. So I don't think you get back-to-back notifications, but let me share a story, man, because that's pretty much the gist of why I wanted to do this. I did a little mini fundraiser yesterday on a live stream, and my goodness gracious, it was for a Marlon Sims. Was good, man. I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. Yeah, Beverly Rose. Yeah, man. That's what I was about to talk about. Beverly Rose. How you doing, Beverly? Oh my God. We did we did a live stream yesterday where we dedicated the money that came in through the super chat to Beverly Rose, who's going through some, who's got some issues, right? And I mean, we talked about it before, so I'll share it again. Her mother has breast cancer, and where she's raising money to get a knee brace so that she can go back to work because she's injured, so that she can earn money to help, pay bills and help her mother get her medicine. So we did a live stream, right? What's going on, Matt Wade said, Fernanda Don, keep bringing the heat, man. Much respect. Hey, man, appreciate that. So we raised I think it was $188 or something. And then I basically did, because usually, YouTube takes 30% of that. But instead of waiting for the money to come through, I just went on ahead and donated it and put something on top of it. But then she texted me this morning and said that the channel, that her live stream got taken, that her GoFundMe page got taken down. And so, more than likely what happened with that is that somebody that doesn't like my channel, the typical, the usual trolls, came by and accused her channel of fraud and got her GoFundMe page shut down. The way that they try to shut down boxing channels all the time, flag channels or whatever. Some of these bums got together and probably flagged her GoFundMe channel. Now, what kind of low down, raggedy individual, when they hear about a GoFundMe channel for a woman that has breast cancer, and you're trying to raise money to go back to work, what kind of fool would go and seek out a GoFundMe page to get it shut down? Yeah, Daryl D. Carver, that's what I'm saying, man. These cats have absolutely. Now, the funny thing is that, the way that it hurts her is because there were some other people that gave money through her channel, right? The money that I gave doesn't matter. They refunded it to me, right? And the super chats that came through and dedicated, those haven't even gone through yet. I won't get that money, for that until next, basically 6 weeks from now. Yeah, Kesho, is none of there. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Who would do that? What kind of human being would do that? I'm going to shut down a GoFundMe page. They block me. I don't like them. They don't like Lomachenko. So I'm going to shut down a GoFundMe page for a woman that's trying to buy medicine so that she can deal with a serious ailment. That's why I just put it. I was like, I had these. Oh, Catcher said pocket watching fools. Yeah, man, it's absolutely ridiculous, man. It's absolutely ridiculous. So, I mean, at the end of the day, man, whatever, I can't make up for the fact that that whoever, the people that had donated aside from this channel did that, but it's no deal. It's, as far as what was given in that live stream, they can't affect it, because all they did is refund the money back to it was my money. I fronted it from knowing that the money would come from. And the thing was, pretty much I was up in 30%. Like, if the super chat was 10, usually, YouTube takes 30% of that. So I was just like, okay, but I'll match the 30 cents. So anytime you gave $1, I gave 30 cents. Right. And they did that. It's crazy, man. Yeah, Denard Reed, some people have no soul, man. Just hey, what goes around comes around, no, man. What goes around comes around. And I'm pretty sure whoever you bums are that did that, you very well might be listening. Yeah, Marlo's Corner, ain't that crazy? That's crazy. And I know somebody left kind of like a funny comment about it. Like, how do you know she's not gaming you? And my thought is, I don't know. But who's gonna lie? I mean, I have to trust that somebody's not gonna put their mother on the phone with me and just lie about her having cancer. And if that's the case, I mean, that doesn't hurt me. And it still doesn't change the feeling that you have when you try to help somebody. So, I mean, it's just ridiculous, man. Ty Legacy, yeah, man, for nothing surprises me anymore. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I got to tell you, man, that shouldn't have surprised me, but I didn't see it coming. Because what I would have done is just say, now that I see it coming, I say, okay, just do Venmo. Just do Venmo. Or actually, it doesn't matter. if we were to do it again on this channel, I would pay Venmo. Just say, all right, just do it. Yeah, let's pass it through PayPal. That way they can't touch it or whatever. But I just thought that was crazy. George C says Adonis versus Badou, tough to pick a winner. Just gonna sit back, enjoy what should be a lit fight. Absolutely, man. I'm enjoying that. And then you got Gary Russell Jr. Gary Russell Jr. is also gonna be fighting Jojo Diaz. So I think that's gonna be fun to watch. I'm not 100% convinced on Gary Russell Jr. though on this next fight. Who do you guys think? What do you guys think about Gary Russell Jr. in this next fight? You think that he's a sure thing? It sounded like some other people were like Robert Garcia, who liked Jojo Diaz, was picking Gary Russell Jr. Yeah, my only thing on that is that Gary Russell Jr. that spends so much time inactive that I worry about him. Just not sure whether or not that's really going to be something where eventually his inactivity is going to cause problems. I got to do one thing real quick. Forgive me. All right, there you go. Sorry. I screwed up. That's why the live stream went a little slower and some people didn't get notifications, because I had just uploaded a video, and I'm pretty sure that is the reason why a lot of notifications didn't get out. YouTube is real funny right about now, man, with their notifications. Let me see. For now, nothing surprised me anymore. Sir Cryptus Prime, what's up? Kesha Alexander, Beverly Road, great interview yesterday. Hey, I hope you guys attend. By the way, please do attend the live chat tonight. What? No practice this evening. Ain't that about a mug? Okay, I guess I can. Crap, they just freed my evening. I guess I will be on that. Gary Russell said he wants one more rematch at the end of his career. No respect for him. I think he's been calling out Damu Brad. He's been calling that dude out for a long time, though, man. On the real, Gary Russell Jr. has been asking for a rematch with Lomachenko since he lost that fight. I don't think that's a case of him not wanting to that. Oh, Beverly Rose said, I've yet to get a notification from my YouTube channel. Yeah, the YouTube has really done something different where they're not giving everybody, they're not, even if you hit the bell icon, they're not going to give you every notification of something that comes through from a channel. I don't get that. Maybe, just because there's a lot of channels that that upload it several times a day. I'm not sure what that is, but that's their justification. That's why I don't get it. That's why they don't come through, because the platform has some algorithm to tell you, when they think that you really do want, when you should really want. They have an algorithm to determine when they think you would want to be notified, instead of just kind of taking it at face value that, when you say that you want to hit the bell icon and you want to be notified of what's going on, that that you mean all the time. It's just really funny, man. Hold on one second. I got to do something. Forgive me. Forgive me. I got just 1 second. Okay, cool. Sorry about that. I just needed to do something real quick, and I'm back because now I got a little more time. I didn't realize that I was gonna have a little more time to do this. All right, so let me get back to these comment sections. Forgive me. Um, love the Netherlands. What's going? Oh, hey, for now, what's going? Hey, what's going on? Trap House Boxing. How you feeling, man? I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. My man from Ali Dago said Fanon, I got Stevenson and Diaz winning. Wow, so you got Diaz beating Gary Russell, huh? Yeah, it's an inactivity. I can see that happening because the inactivity is just, I mean, just fighting every year, but I mean, like once a year. So, you know, it is. Hey, Brooklyn Boxing Talk was good. He said, hello, Fanon, great channel. Oh man, flew up. Keep bro, keep up the good work. We keep grinding, man. You know, we'll keep it grinding. The one thing is, man, we just had a great meeting with that whole lot of cats in LDBC today. That was a lot of fun. Do appreciate that. Oh, shout out to LDBC. Also, by the way, certainly hope. What's going on, B Slap? How you feeling? In about what time is it? 3 hours. There's gonna be the Smoke City Mobcast. I hope you guys all attend that. Henri Jones, hey Fanon, do you think if Ernie Shavers were fighting today, he would be as successful as Deontay Wilder because of the talent pool in the 70 heavyweight division was so much better than today? Well, see, here's the thing. I think that Ernie Shavers was very, very successful in the heavyweight division in the 1970s. I mean, he was successful. The question is, could he beat? He had a problem with the top two. I'd have to look at his record again, but it's like he had problems with Ali, and he had problems with Ken Norton. Not Ken Norton, excuse me. Larry Holmes. So yeah, pretty much. I think he could, man. I think he could be. I definitely think he could be a champion. I think he would give everybody in the heavyweight division a lot of trouble. Yeah. And styles make fights, you know what I mean? Ali Dago says no, Shavers was too small. He was 6 feet tall. Yeah, but isn't how tall is Alexander Povetkin? You know, he's not too much. They're not too much. There's not too much of a size difference there. I think Povetkin might be 6'2", and Mike Tyson was 5'11", and I think what's going on, Curtis Anderson. And if Mike Tyson was Mike Tyson is fighting today, is still fighting, right? And he's doing well. So yeah, Povetkin's 6'2", but that's several inches taller than Mike Tyson. And how tall is Evander Holyfield? 6'1". I think Evander Holyfield would do just fine right now. And I think Mike Tyson would crush these dudes. 5'11", 5'10", 5'11", Mike Tyson right now would hurt these dudes. At least that's my take. I don't put everything into height because there was guys who were 6'3", 6'4", 6'5". Ernie Terrell and Big Cat Williams were 6'5". You know, but that didn't mean, you know, does that mean that they would do better today? I just don't know. You know, and those were guys who were fighting over 15 rounds. So I mean, it's just hard. It's really hard. It's hard to make that comparison, you know. It said Holyfield 6'2.5". Yeah, man. But Mike Tyson's 5'11". If Mike's Curtis Anderson said Fanon, the problem with Shavers was stamina. You know, fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, you said Mike Tyson would get mashed? See, that tells you right there. Henry Mays, come on. You can't be serious. Did you think Mike Tyson was fighting today, Mike Tyson's going to get smashed? I can't go with that, man. I can't. I can't go for that, man. I can't go for that. Height is not everything, man. Height is not everything. Yeah, Mr. Boxing today says boxing has weight divisions, not height divisions. Yeah, man, it's tough, man. It's tough to say that, man. And it just depends on your skill. Trap House Boxing says damn near all those heavyweights would have given guys problems. I believe so. I believe so. And you get to have guys go for broke. Could you imagine, like, if Ali fought 12 rounds in like 19. If Muhammad Ali fought 12 rounds, he would have beaten Joe Frazier the first time. Because he wouldn't have got knocked down. There wouldn't have been in a 15th round to get knocked down in. The fight would have been over 3 rounds before that. So, and if you say, okay, well, how would these guys do in 1970 when they got to go 15 rounds? I think guys like definitely Anthony Joshua over 15 rounds. That's kind of tough, man. You got to carry all that weight around for 15 rounds too, So it's a give and take, man. But the one thing for sure that we can say is that is all that's hypothetical, It really is what can you do? What can you do now that matters? Right? Those guys they're everything that they've done is written in stone, man. It's all written in stone. There's no going back. There's no changing it. It's just what it is, And the guys that are fighting today, I just got a little bit of a. Oh, okay, there you go. And the guys that are fighting today, I mean, they got to do what they're doing. And so, like, even with Lomachenko, because I'm just about to put out a video about these numbers on Lomachenko, and I got to tell you, man, I am like amazed at how hard these media people are trying to portray this fight as having been some big, like, viewership success. It's like this is the third, and I pay attention to these things. It's like 3 times in a row, and I'm sorry, I can't see the lot. I can't actually see the comments right now, but I'll be back on. Give me like 5 seconds. I'm just trying to finish something out that I thought I was going to be able to do before this live stream started. But yeah, they're just trying to make it seem as if this fight did better than it did. And like Keith Idec has put out 3 different totals, like viewership totals. Like the first timers, like, oh, it's a huge success. It was a meter rating of 1.0. And then I looked, okay, it's a market meter rating of 1.0. What was Guillermo Rigondeaux versus Vasily Lomachenko? It was a 1.5. So I was like, okay, that seems like a drop. But then I waited and I was like, okay, what's the next numbers? Then they dropped then the next number they dropped was the average viewers. And so they were like, it's a 1 million. It averaged 1,024,000, right? So I was like, okay, what did Lomachenko do with Guillermo Rigondeaux? And that one wound up being 1.7 million average. And then Keith Idec did one again today because I was like, hold on, man. Then he came out with another one. Was like, oh, well, it's a success because the peak was 1.7 million. And that's the highest peak of all of 2018. And I was like, first of all, it's not even halfway over. But the peak for Guillermo Rigondeaux was 2.1 million. That's like that's almost $400,000 less, man. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah. Crap, I said, Fanon, you're correct because they confused me when they said it was the biggest fight of the year. Dude, first of all, it's the biggest fight on ESPN. And ESPN has 80 million subscribers or 80 million people that get it. And Showtime and HBO has like 30. You know what I mean? So it's like way, way, way bigger. It's more than 80,000. I can't remember what the number of people that get to watch ESPN is, but hell no, it's not the biggest. It's the biggest network. It's the biggest network that can watch them. But the peak was lower than, the average was lower than both Deontay Wilder's and Gennady Golovkin's. But then they went to the peak. But when you do peak, that's misleading. Because do you know when was the peak? What was the peak for like 2 minutes? Right? Or what was it? But anyway, it is what it is, man. But I just want to clarify because it's day after day. This is the first fight I've seen where they came up with viewership where people published 3 different viewership ratings on three consecutive days, man. What's going on, Mr. Apollo? How you feeling, man? Anyway, so I just was finishing up something in the background. That's what made me feel that. But let me go back up here. Tanaris Robinson said Keith Thurman always talks about height. So so to some it's a factor. Yeah, I mean, I think all of that stuff is a factor. You know what I mean? Like it's all a factor. It all comes into play. You know, your height, your length, your strength, right? Your power, your speed, your skill. I think all those things come into play, you know, to a certain extent, but it's just not, you know, it's just not something where it's the end all and be all. Like one particular thing stands out above everything else, you know? Not within the heavyweight division, that is, but because usually when somebody's taller in the lower divisions, they wind up blowing up after the fight happens. Hey, E-King Fight News, what's good, man? I am chilling over here, man. I am chilling. Just wanted to do a quick live stream, man, and ask what people thought about these fights this weekend. Adonis Stevenson, Badou Jack, and Gary Russell Jr. versus Jojo Diaz. I think there might be some other fights that are on as well. Let me check the schedule real quick before I got to bounce. And I'll definitely going to be on the live stream. Yeah, I think that's it this weekend. Oh, Lee Selby, Josh Warrington. Yeah, that's on too. That's going to be on the afternoon. So I'm going to be excited to see that one. Yeah, Trap House. I like that. He said it depends on who has the best attributes at the right time. No doubt about it. For this one, I'm not sure what that is. So, hey, Big Chief, what's good, man? How you feeling? Yeah, man. Hey, I just wanted to jump on here real quick, man. I'm only gonna do about a half hour. I gotta actually go run and pick up some kid real quick. And I'm actually running a little bit behind. On the real though, I'm definitely gonna try to be on the live stream this evening. Who's my Stevenson's hop? My pick is for Stevenson, Jack. My pick is Stevenson. I got it down to Stevenson. Who's never heard of Pepino Cuevas? I've heard of Pepino Cuevas. What's going on, Two Robinson? What's good, Tim B? Nah, man, I know those cats are. Jack Stevens should be very good fight. Rumble, yeah, Eric Jensen, yeah, I agree. I mean, I can sit back like somebody, I forget who said it earlier. I can sit back and chill with that, man. On the real, I can just sit back and enjoy that fight, man. To me, there's no loser in that fight for me. Because I know a lot of people get on really do get on God dog and Donna Stevenson. I'm sorry, I'm trying to text a second. Yeah. Oh man, B Slap says Adonis might be a little too old. I'll go with Jack by decision. Yeah, I can live with that, man. I can work with that. Fanon, Beverly Rose said, Fanon, I was saying how Tommy Hearns uses height and reach to beat Cuevas. Yeah, he did. I got to see that fight again. I don't remember. Hearns temporarily paralyzed Cuevas with that right hand like an electric eel stung him. Man, Tommy Hearns did that to several people. That dude has pop, man. Crazy pop. Yeah, Two Robin said Jack gonna be tough though. Yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Hey, hold on. I gotta hold on for 1 second. I gotta hit the mute button just real quick. Forgive me. I hate doing it. Yeah, I'm about to make just so I don't leave you guys completely stuck in this conversation. I'm about to just call somebody and let them know that we had this practice for these kids today and it got canceled. So I'm just gonna make a phone call real quick just to let this mother know that I'm not gonna be picking this kid up. But I definitely so much appreciate the way you guys be supporting this cause, man. It makes kids like I'm calling, a lot easier, man, to help these kids. So thank you guys for everything that I lost it, but I had your number saved to the internet. Yeah, I'm gonna do that next time. But my phone was so old and raggedy that I needed to buy a new one anyway. Okay. So I'll call you back. I just want to let you know that he'll come back. He'll just come back the way he was coming back. All right, Miss Mary. Have a great day. Bye. Sorry about that. Yeah, man. So all right. So my time just freed up. We can talk this boxing a little bit. Um, Stevenson's power though. Yeah, that's why I got him. And I think Stevens is southpaw. Does anybody know how well Adonis how well he did for now? We got to do a collabo on the next one. Yeah, for sure. King Fight News, we can do that for sure. I enjoyed the last one. Definitely, man. You can pick up the top, you can pick the topic and everything. It's all good. Does anybody know of Badou Jack fighting the southpaw? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I recall the last southpaw. I don't think is DeGale's not a southpaw. God damn, man. Like I said, I'm getting old and I'm having a hard time remembering some of these things. Oh, Butte? Well, yeah, you got that one. Oh, that's Tanaris. That's not me. They drew, I think. DeGale. Hey, Ron Finkel, man, what's good, man? Much love in the super chat. Shout out to Fanon International Boxing. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for the support. Thank you very much for the support. We are definitely going to try to we're definitely trying to take care of business with these kids, and having you cats, you know, having that help really does help a lot, man. So, or your donations help a lot, rather. Okay, Trap House said he fought DeGale. I didn't realize DeGale was a southpaw. Oh, DeGale and Butte, Lucian Butte. That's what's up. I got to go back and watch those fights. I don't know. I think some of the times when I just wasn't convinced on Badou Jack. So he was one of the guys. If he fought and I couldn't make the fight, I wasn't gonna shut down my whole day to see that fight. So I think probably tonight I'm gonna check out a couple of them. Hobbs said, if anyone here has not viewed Stevenson versus Thomas Williams, do yourself a favor and watch it. Dynamite fight. Will do. I can't recall that I've seen that. 90s Media said, Heard Munguia. Oh, Heard Munguia. Heard. Munguia's a little fresh, man. He ain't been in there. He ain't been in there tough yet. That would be an absolutely gigantic step up for Munguia against a guy that's just as big as him. Might be bigger, to tell you the truth. So, you know, that's my view on it. Boxers know other boxers who not to F with. Kovalev didn't get that memo. Stevenson's left hand is crazy, but he leaves his chin open when he goes hard. All right, I gotta check that out. I gotta look at that. Definitely gotta look at that. Two Ravens' last fight was against Williams, dude, huh? I thought that was against. I thought Fonseca was. I thought Fonseca was there. I thought it was not Fonseca. What's the guy's name? Fonfara. Yeah, Fonfara. Oh, Charles East Fanon Munguia is calling him out. Hey, man. Hey, I don't hate him for it. I mean, he's got 20 fights, you know, in Mexico, but I mean, I just don't think that, you know, that's not going to tell me a whole lot, man. The fight with Saddam Ali, just because I'm just not very big. I'm just not very big on Saddam Ali. But I gotta tell you though, man, he was definitely crunching dude, man. Like he was crunching dude with everything that landed, man. That was bananas. But he looks real good, man. There's a lot of cats who are better at looking at the technique and than I am that said they think thinks he looks real good, man. Oh, Curtis Hand said Fanon Munguia also called out Charlo. Well, he's the WBO champ. He's the WBO champ. So, hey, good for him. Good for him. And when you get a belt, you are a champ. So, He's got one of the major championship belts, so good for him. I hope those fights can happen. And I think my understanding is that Trap House Fanon, definitely watch the Gale versus Jack. Trust me, family. I'm gonna go watch it tonight. After all said and done tonight, I'm gonna go make sure I go watch that. Thomas McShane said, respect to Jack, though. When I saw this matchup, I knew, like, what the heck is this dude crazy? Yeah. But hey, man, he's going for the gusto, man. He's a little long in the tooth, too, man. Tanaris Robinson, who has the best jab in boxing, past or present? Larry Holmes. Probably the best one that I can think of is Larry Holmes. I'm sure somebody else will tell me a million other jabs that are great. But when I think of somebody having a tremendous jab, I think of Larry Holmes. Heavyweight Larry Holmes. Ali's jab was bananas too. Man, quite honestly, man, Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s jab to the body was something ugly. Yeah, Ali's was fabulous too. Yep, Larry got a nasty jab. So, I mean, that's who I think of. I think of Larry Holmes and Muhammad Ali. Yeah, Mark Breland too. Mark Breland had a really nice jab. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna tell you whose jab was, who used to bust people up with their jab was Lennox Lewis will bust you up with his jab too. Oh yeah, Trap Out Sonny Liston. That was, yeah, Sonny Liston hurt you with that jab too. I mean, there's a lot of cats that got really nice jabs. Brandon Rios' jab. I don't remember Brandon Rios' jab. If Brandon Rios' jab was really nice, he wouldn't have got knocked out by he wouldn't have got knocked out like he did against Danny Garcia, because Danny Garcia caught him on that chin. Yeah, man. Charles Diaz, Wilfredo Benitez, Ike Corte had a great jab too. I feel jab by yeah, Eddie Hearn got that extracurricular jab going on, keeping people away from the fights that they want to see. Yeah, that's his thing, man. Hey, no worries, man. I know you're joking. Ali Dago. I was just messing. Oh, word of the day. He's your photo now. Yeah, Jack John. I mean, God dog, I can't believe I said that. Joe Lewis, yeah. Oh man, Magnetic Shamel said Riddick Bowe had one of the best jabs ever. Yeah, he could do his thing, man. GGG has a nasty jab. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Hey, quiet as kept. Sergey Kovalev got a nice jab too. Sergey Kovalev will bust your face up with that jab as well. Absolutely. What's going on, Marlo's Corner? How you feeling, man? Yep, that's why. Oh, you trapped out. Yeah, Kovalev has a nice jab too. Who else has a nice jab? Lomachenko's got a nice jab. Lomachenko got a nice quick little jab with a quick. He's got a quick 1-2, little problem, and a sneaky jab. Where I think might have a little bit more on it than what it looks like on TV. Because as he was fighting Linares, I was like, man, don't look like he's putting a lot on that jab, but that jab is starting to bust that dude up a good bit. Ray Mercer, yeah, Ray Mercer had a good job. Had a good jab. What's going on, Kenny M? How you feeling, man? Ken Wood said Deontay Wilder has a pissive jab too, though. Yeah, he does. Now, I don't know why not a lot of people are going to give him credit for that jab, but oh yeah, but he does. Errol Spence, yep. Errol Spence got that jab too. And oh my God, Errol Spence has that body attack, dog. Crazy body attack. But yeah, there's a lot of real fun. A lot of guys that definitely have really nice jabs, man. Curtis Anderson said for 9, Gene Tunney, that's how he beat Jack Dempsey. Yeah, Gene Tunney's a very underrated boxer, man. He's very, very, very underrated, man. Very underrated. Very underrated technician. I'm just going to go look at something. I put something out here. I should be having about 100 dislikes by now, but I don't. Wow, who would have known? But I had to do this video. You ever done a video? No, we got content creators over here, man. Sometimes I got to do videos just to, because I don't want to hear a bunch of people asking me questions, the same question on an earlier one. So anyway, it is what it is. Trap Outs. Even Tank has a mean jab. Hey, man, I think Tank might be the most talented boxer, the most talented dude in boxing. I think Tank might be the most talented dude in boxing. That cat, I didn't see, he's got so much power, man. It didn't look like his body shots were gonna crunch that dude like that, man. Oh, Curtis Anderson said Gene Tunney never lost as a heavyweight. No, Gene Tunney's a very good boxer, man. Very good boxer. Hop, have we given Vladimir Klitschko any jab love? Hey, man, there you go. Jab love to Vladimir Klitschko. He just has such a big, long, heavy jab. Don Banks and the only one. Oh, and the only one that beats Lomachenko. I don't think so, man. See, the thing with the little weight classes is that if he just goes up a weight class, or he'll get beat. You know, there's limits to everybody. And I really do think Lomachenko's limit is 130. I don't think he should play around with those 135 pounders, man. Definitely don't play around with those 135 pounders if he gets at age 32. Oh, man. Kenny M said, I just watched Tank at 9 years old. He's a natural. Yeah, he's nice. Tank and Devin Haney are nice. Eric Jenkins said, I agree about Tank Davis. Greatness awakes. Yeah, man, that dude's at 23 years old. 23 years old, he won his second major championship belt at 23 years old. The dude's got 4 or 5 straight put you to sleep knockouts. And he's not even 25 years old yet. And on top of it, he looked better. I thought he was going to be too big for 130. I thought, the thing was that he was growing out of it. But he got down with Kevin Cunningham, man, and he came in well underneath that. Elvis Hansen said Mikey's slow, though. Yeah, but Mikey's got a great jab. Is Brackus and Reyes going to do it again? Best fight I've seen from the ladies. I don't know. They talked about it, but I don't think HBO is going to show it. I hope they do. Right now, what I've been hearing about Brackus is that, that they're looking to try to have her fight. There's talk about her and Carissa Shields. Her going up a weight class and Carissa Shields coming down a weight class. That would be something crazy, man. Elvis Hansen said nobody beats Loma at 135. I think maybe Mikey. I want to see him fight everybody there, man. I want to see him fight everybody there. I would love to see all of those guys fight each other. I would love to see all of those guys fight each other. Oh, E King fighting. She might fight Cyborg. She need to be careful with Cyborg. Cyborg can fight. I saw her do a sparring match with Carissa Shields. Hey man, she was doing a very solid job with Carissa Shields. That chick is a fighter, man, real strong. D21519 said Mikey is slow, but he has timing, and timing kills speed. Yeah. Hey, I just thought that was real funny how said does Rigondeaux have a nice jab? I can't remember. Yeah, he has a nice jab, but he just doesn't use it. He doesn't keep it out there a lot. Yeah, and Winky Wright, Ali Dago, yeah, Winky Wright definitely had a good jab. The thing that I think is going to be funny with Lomachenko at 135 is his chin. Other people have been knocked down, without a doubt. Mikey Garcia was knocked down at a weight class below. That just didn't seem like a lot on that punch by Linares when he got knocked down. And he did get hurt. His legs double bucked. But, he got up and did what he's supposed to do. So that shows character more than anything. Elvis Hansen said, yeah, Mikey's got great timing. So does Lomachenko. I don't know if I would characterize Lomachenko as having great timing. He's very, very, very busy. And he's always punching. And so I think his thing is more, he's throwing so many punches that something's bound to land. Because he's throwing so much. The thing for me about Lomachenko is that he's just so active, man. He's just so active. That's the thing with him. Gotta delete this dude's comment. People just come up with crazy stuff, man. If you don't like something that I say, come on, man. I'm just saying what I think, man. And not even in this case, I'm saying what I know. Brackus can't beat Shields. She was strung up with Callie Reese and Cyborg would probably hurt Brackus. but at the same time, Cyborg never boxed pro before. I thought she fought that big tall girl in box before. She fought some big six. She's got a loss on her record to somebody. Looked like they were wearing boxing gloves, and it was in a ring. Oh, Chris says women should not comment on boxing channels. Come on, man. Why? Women are more than okay comment on mine. Eric Jenkins said Lomachenko was very good, but needs to sit down on power punches. He sat down on that rib shot. He dang sure sat down on that liver shot and put a nice chunk of hurting. Put a nice chunk of hurting on Linares with that. But you know, hey man, tis what it is, man. Tis what it is. Wrench slap. Yeah, you gotta slap him, dog. Gotta. That, I mean, come on, man. There's a bunch of ladies that come to these channels. No boxing better than a whole lot of dudes. Women boxing is improving. Yeah. Women's MMA, though, man. I just wish it could be. Oh. Beverly Rose said, no, he don't get timeout. He gets gets a full wrench slap. No doubt. Lawrence, okay, that's not to me. Shake my head. People saying anything. Yeah, pretty much. That's just you can keep all that, man. You can keep all that. Word of the day. Never thought Lennox was really a great boxer. He was good with 6'6" with power. He made it work. He made it work, you know. Ain't like the dude can't fight. But he was successful. Dude beat what? I think 3 Hall of Famers at heavyweight. One of them he beat when he was at one heavyweight that he beat was dead in his prime in Vitaly Klitschko. The way he beat Vitaly Klitschko, I don't think you get out of a fight with Vitaly Klitschko and Evander Holyfield at that stage and not be a great fighter. Reese Mack said Emmanuel Stewart made him better. Yeah, no doubt about it. What's good, Corey Lee? How you feeling, man? Yeah, Jaime Chavez. I didn't say a prime Mike Tyson. I left Mike Tyson out of that. I just said I know he beat Mike Tyson. I know he beat an old Mike Tyson. But that's why I brought up him beating Vitaly Klitschko. And I think Vitaly Klitschko was the better of the 2 Klitschkos. And I think he was the best. And I think, quite honestly, I think Vitaly Klitschko is probably the best heavyweight since Lennox Lewis. Curtis Anderson said, for 9, Lewis can fight. Yeah, he can, man. You're not gonna hear me saying Lennox Lewis can't fight. Kenny M said, I thought Lennox was losing that fight. Yeah, he might have been, but then he just bust his face wide open. I mean, hey, man, that's you can't say anything when a dude just says, okay, I'm just gonna open your face up and call it a day. You know what I mean? And that's what he did. He's having a hard time with Vitaly Klitschko. It was his last fight it was his last fight, his retirement fight. And to beat Vitaly Klitschko that way in your last fight, that says a lot, man. Seriously. That says a lot. Because Lennox Lewis, because Vitaly Klitschko's no joke, man. Vitaly Klitschko is no joke, friend. No joke. Reese Mack said Lennox and Vitaly was back and forth. It was a war. Yeah, no doubt about it. It was a battle. And I'm glad that I got to see it. It's one of the better heavyweight fights that I saw. But for real, though, he just stepped it up. Lennox Lewis literally, that's the way that I remember it. I just remember him saying, you know what? Forget it. And just walking up straight, boom, boom, boom. And opening his face up with that right hand, man. That right hand he hit him with was huge. He just started walking through it and landing right-handed bombs and opened his face up. I mean, you got to tell you, man, if you can just walk up and do Vitaly like that, you the real deal, man. Yeah, Corey Lee for 9. Klitschko was pissed that he stopped. He needed to be, he don't need to be pissed. He needed to duck. I mean, shoot, they needed to stop it. The dude had like a 6-inch gash to the bone on his head, man. You know? That was a good stoppage. That was a good stoppage. Go look at that cut again. Corey Lee, you gonna make me watch it? Hey, watch it. He can complain all he wants about that. I'm trying to tell you, they had to stop that fight, man. He had a gruesome cut. Gruesome cut. I mean, I don't know how many cuts I've seen worse than that. I mean, it was vicious. One and done. It said Lennox was all right. I think people need to calm down a bit. He wasn't that great and used to hide behind the jab a lot. Hey, man, you can only hide behind a jab if you got one, man. You know what I mean? Chris Bird had a good jab, frustrated Vitaly with it when he beat him. Yeah, I think that Vitaly was claiming it was a shoulder injury. But also, man, Vitaly's kind of that awkward fighter, very really quick, keeps his hands down low. And I mean, hey, his brother got that revenge though. That's one thing that they did, man. That's one of the things that those cats would do. The Klitschko's would do is one guy would fight. The brother would fight. If one brother lost to somebody, the other brother would come in and fight him. Like, all right, well, that matchup didn't work for him, but I'll take the fight. Oh, he said, Hop said you can only hide behind a jab if you got one. Yeah, Google. That's what it is, though, man. You gotta have it to hide behind it, dog. Oh, one and Dennis said, for me, it's Ali and 80s Tyson in the story. Yeah, I mean, that's my guy, Ali. You know, all day, every day, man. That's my dude. So, I mean, I ain't gonna hate on ain't nobody. You're not gonna get me saying anything but good things about Ali. Mike Tyson was a beast, though, until he lost focus. You know, when you lost, but I'm gonna tell you another really good heavyweight. I think a very underrated heavyweight because of the quality of heavyweights that are around him. George Foreman. George Foreman's a beast, man. And I would take, honestly, man, I would take a George Foreman, a prime George Foreman over Mike Tyson. And I think I'd take a prime George Foreman over Lennox Lewis. I'd take a prime George Foreman over Vitaly Klitschko, Vladimir Klitschko. I think that a prime George Foreman, those hands are so heavy, man, that he might turn that, man. He might knock all those dudes out, man. Hobbs said Foreman was definitely a beast. Yeah, Foreman was somebody, dog. Seriously, man. That dude was a monster. He just got his head flipped out by Ali, you know? And Ali had his number. That's something else. People always, and that's an example. George Foreman, I think, is a lesson that boxing fans can learn or remember. Whenever somebody's around trying to sell, you know, really trying to sell something, like this guy's the best ever, that guy's the best ever, you know, he's done this, he's done that, right? One of the biggest problems are, oh man, come on. Oh, shut up. Fanon, you need to get a grip. Many people came to this channel in the first place for your honest and level-headed opinions, and you're just becoming biased and spiteful towards certain fighters now. I never understood how people can despise worldly talent with such a vengeance. You know what is funny? I find hilarious. I can make about Vasily Lomachenko and compliment this dude throughout the whole video. I can say that I think this dude is the number 2 pound for pound guy, that I think he's one of the best guys in the world. And if you criticize him at all, you're hating on him. If anybody would actually, any of these bozos, because I know you bozos are out there, would actually listen to the video that I make, you would know that I compliment Vasily Lomachenko through the whole thing. I mean, the whole thing. And cats will come to these comment sections and never listen to the video. There's no way these dudes, there is no way you listen to this video. It's just amazing. I can compliment a guy. I can compliment a guy till the cows come home. But I'm not going to reply. I'm just going to block him. Just remove. Just get out of my face, man. Whatever, man. That's crazy. I mean, Doug, it's like, oh, it said, don't worry about it, man. It kills me. I can make a video that will literally compliment Vasily Lomachenko through the whole video. Him. But then say, but this performance wasn't as good as his last performance. The performance I'm comparing him to is his performance. It's like I'm hating on Lomachenko because I said Lomachenko did better than Lomachenko did. Man, dude, these two Robinson, I'm trying to tell you, it's just like, man, if you don't put in your comment section, if you don't put in the title, Vasily Lomachenko, the greatest fighter ever to breathe, you're hating on him. And then people want to act like I came to this channel because of your level-headed Oh, I'm not being level-headed when you don't agree with me. All I said was that the dude's ratings dropped. That's it. And they did. What you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Hobb said, I hate the way emotion and bias just ruins a great exchange of viewpoints. I'll never do that to you, Fanon. I mean, it's just what it is, man. Oh, said if you're riding his. So, if you're not, I got you, man. If you're not, you are. Oh my God. It's just, yeah. Oh, you just hate European fighters. I could say something about Josh Taylor. The guy that I say constantly is the best heavyweight, that I believe is the best heavyweight until proven otherwise, is Tyson Fury, right? But for some reason, I hate European fighters because I won't say that Vasily Lomachenko is greater than Sugar Ray Robinson. It's just amazing to me, man. It's amazing. But it is what it is, man. One and done said, Fanon, what's this about? In order for Loma to be great, tell him to move up to 147. No mas through Spence, Crawford, Porter. Oh, he sleeps in Jesus socks. Look, man, see, one and done this is my thing. I believe that Lomachenko's a great fighter. And Lomachenko doesn't have to go anywhere out of 130 to prove himself that he's a great fighter. He's done things, and I said it in the video. He's already done things that very well could get him into the Hall of Fame. I would give that. Oh, as Germans say, I can't say that. Numbers don't lie. What's going on, MP4 Vids? Oh, MP4 Vids. Text me. I lost your number because I replaced my phone. MP4 Vids, please text me. Text me because I lost your number. Because I had to replace my number. And I was waiting for you to come on for me to see you again so I could ask you to do that. Please do that. Yeah, man. It's like it's just amazing, man. I said I could say, all right, thanks, MP4. I could say I think Lomachenko is a Hall of Fame fighter. Right now, if he retired after 3 more fights and somebody put a ballot in front of me and it said, would you vote for Lomachenko to be in the Boxing Hall of Fame? I would say yes. Hey, man, he won 2 Olympic gold medals. He's won belts at 126, 130, 135. Yes, I would say that he's somebody that could go into the Boxing Hall of Fame. Is that a compliment? How many other people in that are fighting today that could I say that about? You know what I mean? All right, I got your money. Thank you, sir. You know what I'm saying? How many other people can I say that about? Very few. Right? Terrence Crawford being one. You know what I mean? Terrence Crawford being one of them. Yeah, Terrence Crawford today. He fights after Jeff. If he beats Jeff Horn, for me, Hall of Fame. It's done. It's a wrap. He's in the Hall of Fame. Tanaris Robinson said Lomo's not a Hall of Fame. Yes, I think he is. I think he is. He won 2 Olympic gold medals and championships in 3 weight divisions. I'm just saying. I mean, hey, I think he's a Hall of Famer. I mean, you can disagree with me, but I think he's a Hall of Famer. I think if he retired with 12 fights, I would still give that to him. I would be like, God, dog, the dude won 2 Olympic gold medals. He won 8 belts at 126. He won a belt at 130. He won a belt at 135. You know, say he beats and he unifies with Ray Beltran. I mean, it is what it is. Now, I don't think Bronner's a Hall of Famer. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer, but he doesn't have two Olympic gold medals. You know, now Bronner's won belts in 3-weight class, but he doesn't have 2 Olympic gold medals. When putting him in the Hall of Fame, like Telefimo Stevenson, I'm probably killing that first name. He never fought a professional fight ever, and I will put him in the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? Hey, what's going on, Black Horseman Promotions? I'm chilling, man. Hope you well. Eric Jenkins, man, much love in the super chat. Thank you, sir. I would put him in the Hall of Fame for that. Rigo won 2 Olympic gold medals. Yeah, with 2 Olympic gold medals and a major championship belt and a win over and a WBA champion and a WBO belt that got taken from him and a WBA belt. Yeah, I would. I put him in there. For me, I can understand how some people they said Stevenson was an awesome fighter out of Cuba. Yes, and now he won an Olympic gold medal. He won several Olympic gold medals. But I would think he'd get in there, and he never fought pro. I mean, as far as a Hall of Fame goes, and you being a great fighter, when you get 2 Olympic gold medals and you get a major and you are a top professional fighter, for me, that's enough. For me, that's enough. And Shields will definitely go because she won 2 Olympic gold medals, and there is no real women's boxing, professional women's boxing. I mean, the Olympics, I mean, for women, if there's going to be a woman, if women are going to get in there, it's going to be people like, do you realize? Hell yeah. Because what's her name is in there? Layla Ali got into the Nevada State Athletic Hall of Fame. Layla Ali got in there. Tanaris Robin, I guess you're right. So, if Sylvester Stallone is in the Hall of Fame, hell yeah. You definitely if he's in there. That's what I'm saying. But look, that's my opinion. But if I said that, that's what I'm saying, that's not enough. That's where I'm like, man, I can understand how who's disrespectful. Dark Truth, I don't think you talking to me. I'm not being disrespectful. Oh no, you're talking about Curtis Hanson. Look, I'm not saying that I disagree strongly with people that say that Vasily Lomachenko's a bum. The dude cannot be a bum. That's not possible for him to be a bum, right? He's a hell of a fighter. Just like I say Deontay Wilder, people are calling Deontay Wilder a bum. I'm like, how can he be a bum? He's got an Olympic bronze medal, and he's defended the heavyweight championship of the WBC championship 7 times. How can you be a bum doing that? You know what I mean? If you think that somebody that can do that's a bum, you got a very, very low opinion of boxing. If you think that the talent level and the skill level of boxing is so low, do people say Lomachenko's a bum? I've seen people say it. I don't know if they mean it, but I've heard people say it. You know what I mean? I've heard people say it. You know what I mean? But so I mean, I can't, but at the same time, I'm not going to sit there and say, when somebody sits there and says things like, you know, there's a difference between being a Hall of Famer and being on the level of Sugar Ray Robinson. That's a big difference. That's a huge gap between being a Hall of Famer, being a pound for pound guy, top pound for pound guy in the world, boxer in the world, and being Sugar Ray Robinson. That's a big difference, man. You can say that somebody's the best. You can say that somebody that Stephen Curry's a Hall of Famer, because I guarantee you that Stephen Curry's going to the Hall of Fame. And Stephen Curry won MVPs. But is Stephen Curry Michael Jordan? No. You know what I'm saying? No, he's not. There's a big difference. There's a big difference between that, man. Mr. Mott, what's good, my man? I'm chilling, man. Much love in the super chat, man. Much appreciated, man. That's all I'm saying, man. So we got like my man. I actually had a conversation with Black Fight Fan TV. And Black Fight Fan TV is a Lomachenko fan. And I like Lomachenko. I like Lomachenko a lot, man. But it's just like when people start, when people just try to start jumping out there, man, and just God dog, just trying to, it's like it makes it so hard to be a fan of the guy. Ty Legacy said, for now, still going. I see, yeah, man. I was gonna jump out, man, but then something happened with the gym these kids were supposed to go to, so I wound up not having to do that. So I'm just gonna, keep it rolling for a little while. I guess I'm gonna keep it rolling for a little while longer. But it is what it is. Black Horseman Promotion said Tanaris Robinson. Nah, I'm chilling on the timeouts. Hey, yeah. Hey, by the way, Black Horseman Promotions, hit me up on your if you wouldn't mind, man, hit me up on the email, man, with your number, man. I'd like to ask you something. Yeah, I'm just rolling for a minute, I'm gonna try to get a nice little break because I do want to go to the live stream tonight. Trey X, what's up, man? Trey X is my dude. We got it. After 9, GGG makes it hard to be his fan. I tried to at least Lomo stepped up for Linares. Yeah, absolutely. But see, I like Lomachenko. See, I'm not a big fan of cool Black Horseman Promotions. I'm not a big fan of the way the Gennady Golovkin's management moves and the fact that he doesn't check Abel Sanchez on saying some of the things that Abel Sanchez says. And see, when Gennady Golovkin is acting like he beat Bernard Hopkins' record, I got a little problem with that. So I can understand. But for me, for Lomachenko, though, Lomachenko never sounds like anything but a stand-up guy. Just truth as I can say it. He always comes off across to me as a stand-up guy who acts like he wants to beat he wants to fight the best fighters. He doesn't say anything more about himself than what I believe is appropriate. That he's willing to be the best fighter. He's like, these people are getting carried away with themselves, comparing me to these other people. So, I mean, how can you not like that, man? I mean, how can you not like a guy that talks about becoming better, works his tail off, right? Does his thing in the ring. He loses. He keeps his confidence after a loss, comes back and fights, wins, moves up weight classes, gets knocked on his behind, right? Jumps back up and comes back to win the fight and stop the guy. I mean, how can I not like that? I mean, that if I was to say any of those things were bad, then you could be like, yeah, okay. But when I just say, look, man, don't try to put this guy up and act like he's Floyd Mayweather Jr. Do you know what I heard? I read an article that came out. It was a UK article that said that Vasyl Lomachenko was the Tiger Woods. It was the Tiger Woods of boxing. I was like, are you kidding me? Fanon, any guess on the announcement from Eddie Hearn will come about Joshua's next fight? My patience has run out. I mean, probably around this 30-day window that they had to negotiate this Alexander Povetkin thing. I would think in the next week or two. But who knows, man? Honestly, with that one, I'm like, whatever, really. Eric de Ussy. Whatever. Somebody would let me see what he got. He did his meeting he was put on timeout. I'm curious about this dude's, what did he just say? Oh, Eric de Ussy. Oh, yeah, you're more. Hey, Hearn runs boxing UK and US. He don't run nothing. I mean, he runs matchroom boxing. That's what he runs. Okay. That's what he runs. One and done is for 9. No offense, like your Hall of Fame equates to what I would call pound for pound to me. Hall of Fame includes the best in the history of boxing. For example, guys that win fights they were not expected to win. I mean, look, that's fine. You vote in the Hall of Fames. I just have a hard time. I mean, I would do it, but there's a lot of people I would put in the Hall of Fame. But I like Lomachenko, man. I think the dude is for real. I think he's for real. But I think there's a big gap between what he is and what they're selling him to be. And that's not a knock on Lomachenko. That's a knock on the people that are doing the selling. That's all I'm saying. I'm not knocking him. I'm knocking the people that are selling it. You know what I mean? Like, God dog. I mean, I just want to, and on top of it, don't stop pimping dead people's names. That's the most, like, nobody, I'm not gonna, I like, I think Andre Ward is one of the best fighters that I've seen in my life. I'm not comparing, nobody's comparing him to Sugar Ray Robinson. I've never heard that. You know what I mean? As much as I've heard, there's very few fighters that I can remember people jumping up and down trying to make arguments that they were better than fighters who are, who have not fought in 50 years, but you know them by their first name, right? But they're trying to do that with Lomachenko, but then again, they did it with Pacquiao. But what happened to Pacquiao? It's like Arum and these guys were just doing this for Pacquiao. And after a Pacquiao, they were doing it for Chocolatito. And then Chocolatito lost, and all of a sudden, it's like Chocolatito was completely forgotten. And then all of a sudden, everything that was on Chocolatito got jumped over to Lomachenko. But before, I mean, how come Chocolatito was number one pound for pound up until last year? Until he lost to the middle of last year. How come Chocolatito was better than Lomachenko until he lost to Soroyeve? Roy Vasai. How did that happen? How did all of a sudden, if he was all of this, then why weren't these people selling that when they were selling Chocolatito? You know what I mean? Oh, Fanon, don't forget about Donaire. Yeah, him selling him like hotcakes too. But some of these guys don't need selling. But you don't hear that about Floyd. Floyd Mayweather, on the other hand, had to say that himself, despite the fact that he had the resume to stand up to those comparisons. Over 50 fights, man. 50, not 12, not 15. And it's like, I mean, how can you do? It's like 12 fights count for more than, because it took you 40 to accomplish all the things you did, but he accomplished everything in 12. Just because somebody accomplished what they accomplished in 12 doesn't mean they're ever going to get to 40. Shit, something could happen, and he could wind up having done all this in 12 fights, but by the time he gets to 30, he's got 8 losses. You know what I mean? Will it be the same thing then? I got you, Black Horseman. Anyway, it is what it is, man. That's just my take, though. But it gets kind of old, man. It gets kind of old to have cats jump up on just jump up on stuff that's like I got a person, like I don't like Vasyl Lomachenko. I wish none of these dudes had ever heard of Lomachenko so I could talk about Lomachenko and not have to talk about all the other stuff. You know, if I could just be like, man, this dude is a great fighter. I really like how fast he is. I wish he would sit down on his punches more, right? I can't wait to see what happens when he fights an undefeated champion, You know, I can't wait to see what happens when he fights an undefeated champion, another pound for pound fighter, right? I really want to see him fight Mikey Garcia. I'm really looking forward to that fight. I think although Mikey Garcia, I favor Mikey Garcia, I wouldn't be surprised if Lomachenko could pull it out. This dude really does have, a chance to really set himself above and apart from other fighters, but it's the hype that keeps me from being able to have that. I see you, sir, Cryptimus Prime. Reverend Pingles, Fanon, who are your favorite fighters up and coming in the U.S. right now? Up and coming, I like Devin Haney. I like Teofimo Lopez. I like Regis Porgray. I probably could start from heavyweight. Heavyweight, most of the guys, I'm not that expert on a heavyweight, but I do want to see Hasim Rahman Jr. I think it's Hasim Rahman Jr. I think he should probably be a cruiserweight, but I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. I don't know if you consider David so that's cruiserweight. I would like to see him at cruiserweight if he can make it. At light heavyweight, I'm liking I like Well, is Demetrius Bivol fighting in the United States, and he's a champion, but he's a young dude. I like Demetrius Bivol. I like God dog. I would have said at 175, I would have said Brown, Marcus Brown, but he's got kind of drama. I like David Benavidez at 168. I like Khalid Plant at 168. At 154, I like Munguia. That was something, was a pleasant surprise. I'm looking forward to seeing him at 154. I like I don't think you call it only of the other belt holders up and coming, but at 147, I think Errol Spence is still on the come up until he gets a chance to get all those belts. But I guess he's not officially coming up anymore. 140, I like Josh Taylor, even though he's from Great Britain. Of course, I said Regis Porgray. I like Jose Ramirez. I think Jose Ramirez he doesn't got a lot of power, but I like Jose Ramirez. At 135, I definitely like Devin Haney. I like Shakur. I'm starting to like Shakur Stevenson more. Money Pal, baby, at 160. Shit. How can I forget Money Pal? At 160, Money Pal the fourth. At 160, check him out. I flew right over the weight class 160. So let me go back to 160. Yeah, I like Ryan Garcia. Yeah, but 160, because I skipped from 168 to 154. That's why I forgot Money Pal that quick as 160. Is Money Pal the third? Also, those are a lot of them. The biggest ones I like, though, I like Money Pal. Mark Heffern, I gotta check him out. Joe Joyce at heavyweight, yeah, he's like 30 years old, man. Yeah, before, man. I'm sorry, man. You know I'm on money. I just skipped 160. At 160, I wouldn't have skipped him. I just skipped a weight class. Tony McRae, Money Pal is gonna rule 168 one day. Yes, sir. And sooner than later, baby. Let's make it happen. For now, why Danny keeps selling Wolf tickets like he really want to fight Errol Spence? He probably does want to fight Errol Spence. He probably does. Oh, yeah, I like Anthony Yard. He probably does want to fight him, man. I don't doubt that he wants to fight him. He'll just cherry pick, then he'll get in deep. But he will fight the best, man. It's just that he will, if he's not fighting the best, he's fighting C-class. So it's either like it's hot and cold with his opponents. Because he did fight Lucas Matisse. He did fight Lamont Peterson. He did fight Amir Khan. He fought Keith Thurman. So it's not like he's not going to fight, you know? And then I know earlier in his career, he had some guys that were, older, some older fighters he knocked out like Zab Judah. But, I believe he'd want it. Boxing is me. Some of these boxing fans know in their heart Lomo is going to lose to Mikey. They already calling him a weight bully, making excuses. Yeah, that weight bully stuff. If you can make the weight, I'm kind of with my man Boxing Clinic and more. If you can make the weight, I mean, I really can't do too much with it. Yeah, we said Ryan Garcia. I like Ryan Garcia. Problem with Ryan Garcia for me though is that he fights and just goes straight back. The fact that he goes straight back kind of bugs me, Reverend Pinkle said, Joyce, I like, but age, Usyk beat him up, but Usyk is a masterclass. Yeah, I like Usyk. I like Usyk. We're gonna see what goes on with this Usyk Gassiev though, or is it Gassiev? I keep forgetting Gassiev, or he's supposed to fight Gassiev next, right? Because didn't Gassiev beat Dorticos? Wow, I said Ryan Garcia equals Chris Colbert. I gotta check him out. I don't know why I like that other kid too, Lil B-Hop. What's Lil B-Hop's name? I like Lil B-Hop. Tanaris Robinson says Mikey gonna lose to Robert Easter Jr. Hey, if Robert Easter Jr. beats Mikey Garcia, then I definitely want to see Robert Easter Jr. Vasyl Lomachenko. Danny Ing says Gassiev will KO Usyk. Reverend Pingle's brilliant fight. Yes, Gassiev. I like Gassiev. I like them both. you know, we'll see how it goes. I hope there's not a lot of drama around it though. You know what I mean? I hearing that he doesn't like Gas Usyk doesn't want to go to like he doesn't want to go to the UK and some other stuff around that. So, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But the cruiserweight division, all that stuff going on in the cruiserweight division has been real good, man. Oh yeah, man. And now I realize why they're gonna try to blow them numbers up. Did you guys hear that they want to put that Bob Arum wants to put the next fight? He wants to put Lomachenko versus Ray Beltran on pay-per-view. Lomachenko versus Ray versus Beltran on pay-per-view. I am just not happy about that one. Oh, that's Chris Colbert. Oh, okay. I messed up his name. Okay, you talking about B-Hop? That's probably why the name clicked. Yeah, I like Lil B-Hop, man. He's nice. I always did him by Lil B-Hop, man. Yeah, Reek Mass said Loma's going to chop up Beltran. Yeah, MP4 is on pay-per-view. That must be why they're trying to pub up those numbers. Because I'm like, why would they keep trying to act like that fight did great numbers or good numbers? It's ESPN, for God's sakes. It had a lower average viewership than Deontay Wilder had on Showtime, and that's ESPN. God dog, it's ESPN. I mean, put them on NBC. Like NBC. Danny Garcia versus Sean Porter did 5 million on NBC. ESPN, damn near as many people have ESPN as they got NBC. It's just crazy. I mean, I just don't get. I know I made a video I didn't even want to make because I'm like, I'm done with this. I hate to have to make a comeback video on that, but God dog, man, stop trying to tell stories. MP4 Fizz, they're fooling themselves. Yeah, they're fooling somebody. But you know what I think it is, MP4 Fizz? I think it's that ESPN deal, man. I mean, Mikey Garcia said, and this might be of interest to you, MP4 Fizz. Go check out that video that Robert Garcia did about how much money Mikey Garcia makes versus Lomachenko makes. And he was like, and Robert Garcia was like, look, I've been on the other side. I know how much they're paying Lomachenko. And Mikey Garcia he said Mikey Garcia is making I can't remember if it was 3 or 4 times as much money with Showtime as Lomachenko's making over there at ESPN. 3 and 4 times, man. Which means Mikey Garcia is getting $3 to $4 million a fight. Or they're lying about how much money they're paying Lomachenko. One or the other. Or they're just not whatever. Or Mikey's getting big money. That's why these people saying that Eddie Hearn is going to be able to sign Mikey. You're going to try to sign Mikey Garcia? Mikey Garcia is making $3 million. All of the money for fights are going to him? Because that's what he said. He was like, with Showtime, PBC, all of the money is for the fighter. All of the money is going to the fighter. But with Top Rank, the money's going to Top Rank. So it's like, I don't even get why cats are going to think that somebody like, why would Deontay Wilder sign with Eddie Hearn, man? Now that $100 million, you know that $100 million if that number is true, because it said Eddie Hearn is supposed to be offering him $100 million. If $100 million is true, you know they're paying to keep him from leaving. They're like, look, we'll give you the $50-60 million. We'll make sure you get the money. We'll just have your fight. We'll just take your fights at cost for the next 5 fights, because there ain't that much money in that fights in the UK, man. They didn't reinvent the economy over there, Beltran loses 2. Tank is the only one that offs Lomachenko. Yeah, I mean, I think I would like to see. I really wanted to see him fight Burchell. I want to see him fight somebody that's going to really try to. I mean, that's just going to let their hands go and take one. There's just, when he punches, they're punching. They aren't really thinking about stuff a lot. Danny Ing says Tank needs more fights before Lomachenko. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's got time for sure. Sonny Justice Bay says, Fanon, if Lomachenko fights Garcia, in your opinion, what do you think who do you think will be the A side? Mikey Garcia should be. But if they fought and it was just a straight up deal, it'd be Mikey Garcia. It'd be Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia's got the bigger fan base. Because he's gonna he brings a Mexican fan base. In the United States, it's hard. If you ain't a big name, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough for you to be an A side on a very popular Mexican fighter. Because Mexicans are going to support that. Mexicans are going to support Mikey Garcia in droves. So it's tough. That's why Anthony Joshua, like people say Anthony Joshua's not making near the money that Canelo Alvarez is making. If you exaggeration for exaggeration, right? Exaggeration for exaggeration. Canelo, according to De La Hoya, is making can make $40 million a fight. That's twice what Anthony Joshua's making. Because if the Mexican fan base supports them, it's a wrap. They got a country. I mean, they got a big old country right there. You know what I mean? And half of the U.S. used to be Mexico. So it's going to be hard to overcome that, man. It's going to be hard to overcome that. And the thing is that more than likely, the situation with Mikey and Lomachenko would probably be close to the same thing as happened with Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. But because Lomachenko and Anthony Joshua were with promoters, the free agents, being Mikey Garcia, who Mikey Garcia is a free agent, can come up with a scenario working with Al Heyman where they can offer Lomachenko $5-6 million, right? They say, look, Lomachenko, I'll pay you 5 times what you get paid by Bob Arum, because he's making $1 million and a half a fight, right? That's why they got to push that to pay-per-view. They got to push it to pay-per-view because they can't. Lomachenko's getting for all this stuff. Lomachenko gets paid less money than Errol Spence Jr. does. He makes less money than Danny Garcia does. He makes less money than Adrian Bronner does. He makes less money than Mikey Garcia does. When he checks his bank account, he's not on that. He's not on the upper level of Showtime fighters for what he's getting. And Lomachenko on the real. Hey, man, I don't know what they're going to have to move him to pay-per-view because otherwise he could just kick rocks. Take all that stuff and move on. Move on over there and fight for Showtime, dude. Move over to De La Hoya. Fight them. They find all kind of little Mexican dudes for you to fight. Make you a whole lot more money than you will Bob Arum. You know? But he signed with Bob Arum. He chose Bob Arum because Bob Arum would give him shots at championships within his first 1 or 2 fights. The reason why he has the title shots so early is because he negotiated that into his deal, man. MP4 Fizz, the parachute of reality will open up to Lomo when it comes to pay, or he'll roll out. Yep, got that right. And that would be, that's just real. See, and that's if I did a video about Lomachenko's money, I'll be hating on Lomachenko. Right? I'll be hating on him. When I say his purse is he's the pound for pound number 1 dude, right? According to ESPN. If you say those numbers are great, all those numbers are great. He's 30 years old. He makes less money than Errol Spence Jr. does. With half of the publicity. Errol Spence Jr. doesn't even have a promoter. And he makes more money than Lomachenko does without a promoter. What does Lomachenko need? What does Lomachenko need Bob Arum for? I know why Bob Arum needs Lomachenko. But watch, I do a video about that. I'll be a hater. I just hate. If I say, look, Eastern European guys, you have replaced Mexicans because the Mexican fighters realized that they were worth a lot of money and they don't want to take, they're not taking pennies on the dollar. Right? They saw that Oscar De La Hoya made all that money, and then all of a sudden they're like, hold on, where's the money? Give me my money. We're the big draw. Where's my money? Right? And then all of a sudden, well, hold on. We need to start publicizing these Eastern Europeans who don't get paid. Do you realize that Sergey Kovalev, when he fought the second fight against Andre Ward, do you know what his purse is? I know I've done it, so people that know the channel know what his purse is. Please let me know. Anybody guess who doesn't know? Guess what Sergey Kovalev's purse was for the second fight against Andre Ward? How much they paid this Eastern European star in their purse money? I'm waiting for somebody. Somebody give me a guess. How much do you think, without researching it, how much money do you think he got in his guaranteed purse for Andre Ward 2? In the dang, Carl Burrell, you knew the answer. Nothing. He got $0. Nothing. No, Mike McGee, nothing. No, Eric Jensen, no. 0. He got 0. Nope, 0. 0, dog. Oh, Beverly Rosalink. I'm about to jump off, Beverly, in about 30 seconds. No, 0. And actually, I'm sorry, I just saw that, Beverly. I don't want to do that to you because I literally got to get off this mug in a second. Oh, yeah, there I go. There I go hating on him, right? No, it was not $90,000. It was 0. 0. Because they gave him the money on the back end. Yes, Andre Ward got $6.7 million. Sergey Kovalev got 0. Lomachenko is making $2.1 million a fight, $2.5 million a fight. And do you know how much Jorge Linares got? Jorge Linares got $1 million for that last fight. $1 million. Jorge Linares got $1 million from Golden Boy. He got the same amount of money as the quote unquote marquee guy got from Top Rank. But Mikey Garcia is making 3 times that. Crazy, man. Hey, Beverly, we'll do it again. But I just wanted to jump because I got to jump off. I got to take care of these kids, get some stuff done. Beverly Road, Kathy with the Witch played him. You know who played him? No, he didn't get $200,000 Ron Finkel. He got nothing. All his money was on the back end because they wanted that they wanted that rematch from Andre Ward so bad that Andre Ward made him an offer and said you get nothing up front, everything on the back end. And that's why you got how many fights has Kovalev fought this year? I think this might be his second fight this year, but this is his 3rd fight since that Andre Ward fight last July. He's fought 3 times. I think this is his 3rd fight since last July. They got him out there fighting. They got him out there fighting like a prospect, dude. They got him out there fighting like a prospect. I'm gonna go to him. I mean, this is his 3rd fight. This is 3rd. I'm pretty sure it's his 3rd fight. I'm gonna go, but I think it's his 3rd fight. This will be his 3rd fight. Let me see. Kovalev BoxRec. I'm pretty sure this is his 3rd fight. Let me see. BoxRec. Yeah, he fought Shabransky in the last year. This is his 3rd fight of the year. This is his 3rd fight. And actually, within the last, what's this? Oh, this is the 5th. He's fought 4 times. This will be his 4th time in 13 months. He'll have fought 4 times in 13 months. They got him out there working like, oh yes, Phenom pimping ain't easy, dog. It's his 4th fight in 13 months. That's why they want that, man. Because they're not paying them anything, man. They're not paying them anything. They get good fighters where they don't have to do good numbers because they're not paying anything. Because they're not paying them anything. That's not, oh, he's the greatest thing ever. Watch him, watch him. No, man, it's return on investment. We're not paying him anything, so we made money. That was actually something Dan the Man said that was talked about the fight, the Superfly not being a flop, because he said, oh, they didn't spend that much money. Yeah, I guess that's a way to look at it. They didn't lose any money. That's why HBO's putting all these guys on pay-per-view, because all they want to do is break even. So if they put Lomachenko on pay-per-view, all they're trying to do is make sure he doesn't break. They're just trying to break even. They're like, look, we don't have the budget to pay you this money. And since we don't have the budget, we'll put it on pay-per-view. And as long as you do, 75,000 pay-per-views, we'll break even. That's the formula for that. That's exactly what they're doing, man. And if you play with me, go back. We'll find somebody else. And they're bringing guys over. They're 30 years old. They're already 30, 35 years old. Their amateur career is already over, which means if they're not professional and they're over there in the UK, if they're over there in Eastern Europe, and they're not Olympic champions, I have to believe that affects their ability to get that housing that they were getting, right? So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm probably going to do a video about that, though, now that I think about it, and be called a hater, because I want to say, look, man, leave Lomachenko. Get your full worth. Get your full worth, man. They paying you good. They paying good money over there. They're paying good money over there on Showtime. Good money. But you know what people will say? He doesn't care about the money. He cares about the legacy. He just cares about how people remember him. Lomachenko's too good a guy to care about money. Well, if he's too good a guy to care about money, then just go ahead and fight for free. Why don't he fight for $100,000? You know what I mean? Just fight for $200,000 and say, I don't care how much I make, because that's not true. He cares about his money. If he's got common sense, he does, and I have to believe he does. One and does the Loma should sign with Mayweather. Nah, he don't need. I don't think so. He just let Bob Arum continue to pump him up, pay for all of that stuff, and bounce. But he would have to fight the dude for 5 years, and he probably doesn't have any way to get out, because they probably tied him up on some legal issue over there in Ukraine. But who knows, man, what that is, other than the money sucks. Not sucks. I mean, it's good money. The dude's a millionaire. Making $1 million a fight, that is good money. But, why make $1 million when you can make $4 million? You know what I mean? But anyway, man, hey, I appreciate everybody coming to the stream, man. It's a lot of fun. Lomo should go to Matchroom. That wouldn't. I mean, might as well go over there to Europe. But see, that's the thing. The European over there in the UK, they make you fight people from the UK. They're not going to do like the United States and allow you to fight somebody from the Ukraine to fighting somebody from Argentina, in a major venue, and put their money behind that. I don't think I've ever seen anybody in the UK go to the UK and stage a fight in the UK, a major show in the UK, when somebody that was on that card wasn't from the UK. That's what we do in America. We screw over Americans, giving Americans the publicity in favor of people who are not from the United States. So you got a bunch of Americans saying, hating on people because they're not given, because you're not bending over backwards for somebody from the Ukraine, right? But then we'll call you all kind of names when you want to represent somebody who's from Texas, or somebody from Baltimore, or somebody from Michigan. Reese Mack, does American dollar go a long way in Ukraine? If it's anything like Serbia, it goes a very long way. But I tell you this, 4 million American dollars go 4 times as far in the Ukraine. Oh, Fanan, why did you remove your video on Lomachenko, Jorge ESPN views? I reposted it because when I put it up, it was 17. It was I only put it, for some reason I processed it, and half of the video wasn't there. So I had to take it down and I re-uploaded it. So it's there. Oh, it does not go far? So the video is up. I just had to take it down because half of it was missing, and I don't understand how that happened. Like, I don't understand how that happened. But the same video is up already, man. Oh God. Like, look at this, man. This is the type of messages that I get. And it's like, are you a moron, man? This video is like Floyd Mayweather disses Lomachenko, Adrian Bronner in a barn burner with Omar Figueroa? Question mark. Let me guess. This is probably centered around race because Mayweather can't stand Canelo, Gigi, Lomachenko, or three white. No, you moron. It doesn't have to do with that. He's saying he was talking about money and the fact that the dude wouldn't get paid what he was worth. You moron. Oh my gosh. And then the thing is, dude's gonna be like, let me guess. Don't guess. Listen. Press play. I know my videos are long, but I make them long so that morons with short attention spans won't listen. And they'll inevitably say something that's in the video. Anyway, man, I'm sorry. I got my comment sections up there. I probably shouldn't have my comment section up while I'm doing this, but anyway, it is what it is. Hey, so look. Oh, yeah, exactly. What is guessing? Let me guess. No. How about you not guess and you just listen? You know what I mean? Mr. Boxing all day. For now, Mikey Garcia KOs Lomachenko, says Robert Garcia. Robert Garcia says Lomo versus Garcia, 10 million pay-per-view, easy if Showtime, PBC banners the fight. Yeah, I think it would be. It'd be a big fight. It would definitely be a big fight. And a fight I would love to see. Like I did a video saying that I did a video saying that I think that that's one of the top 3 fights that can be made in boxing. Right behind Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, Errol Spence Jr., Terrence Crawford, and then Mikey Garcia and Lomachenko. But maybe Canelo Alvarez, Gennady Golovkin. It's a pretty big one. Oh, are you talking about the British pound? I thought he said, does the money go far in the UK? Not in the UK. I thought in the Ukraine, not the UK. I know a US dollar doesn't go far in Britain. I'm thinking it goes far in Ukraine. The Ukraine, not the UK. I don't know if that's what you're answering, MP Vorvids, but that's what I was referring to. Yeah, definitely the dollar. Yeah, the exchange rate is in the favor of the pound over the dollar. But whatever Ukraine has, I suspect that it would be the U.S. because I know Serbia, Serbian. God, I can't remember what the Serbian currency is called, but it's a big advantage in the favor of the U.S. dollar. If you make $50,000 American dollars in the Ukraine in Serbia, you're living well, Yeah, Mikey Garcia said Bob hadn't spoke to him in 3 years. Yeah, he don't want the fight because he wants to be able to control it. That's what I'm telling you, man. It's just that's what they are, man. That's what he wants to do. But anyway, look, I'm about to roll out. I appreciate everybody in the live stream. I got to take care of my family. Also, please attend the Smoke City Mobcast coming up this evening. And thanks everybody for tuning in. And with that, I'm out. Peace.